I have to get my ass a chair. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good, my guys, girls, and whatnot? Is your boy Blazing Mellow, your favorite fellow Mellow, the Raging Son, the Blazing Son, right back with another one, man. Y'all already know the drill. And in today's quick live stream, we will talk about environment and character. That's right, yay! Man, I like YouTube. I like YouTube more than StreamYard because YouTube makes me look beautiful and my sound quality ain't distorted. The moment I hop on StreamYard, I sound like I'm on an Obama phone or something. What the fuck? StreamYard got me all fucked up. Streamer got me like talking, I'm having something in front of my mouth or something. No homo balls. No homo balls, man. What the fuck? And my phone can't seem to stand still. There we go. Please don't fall down. I don't wanna break my goddamn Galaxy S24, man. Without further ado, let's dive straight into it, man. I'm excited, man. I'm excited, man. The last couple of weeks, I'm very excited for live. Especially more excited. Not for lives as in live streams. Life in general. I feel good, man. I feel great. I feel amazing. As good as never before, man. Ever since like Libra season. Shit is like beautiful in my life. I kid you not, man. Shit's fucking amazing. For I wanted to say for no reason, but there is a reason. I'm a magician, man. I'm a goddamn magician, man. You don't need to yap about everything. Just know I'm a goddamn magician, man. I've been taking really good care of myself. Behind closed doors, when the camera is shut, I'm doing this 24/7. This is who I am. My YouTube is me. I'm talking about me. If I was somebody who was not spiritual, I would not make spiritual videos. This channel is just about me. Hell, one day I might start gaming or something. One day I might start to be a Twitch streamer if I like to. It's all about what I like to do. My YouTube is about me. Keyword the you. The YouTube is about you. It's about me, man, on my channel. Like on my channel, I'm just talking about me. What I like to do. And it just happens to be spirituality. I love spirituality, man. I'm a Sagittarius moon. I cannot be without spirituality. I am spirituality. That's why I'm making spiritual content, making spiritual videos, live streams, you name it, man, because this is me. You cannot fake the funk, man. This is me. And this is a good segue to actually start our live stream, to start our spiritual lesson, if you will. This is a good segue because we're talking about environment and character or individuality here. This is what's forming you. Environment as in this environment, physical environment with like people, places, things, spiders, dog, cats, predators, whatever the fuck you have is included. But also a mental character. I meant to say a mental environment, most importantly. Talking about the mind, what you think, and even a layer back, your spirit. Because your environment, your physical environment and your mental environment, most importantly, your mental environment, is what's shaping your ass. Is what's goddamn shaping your ass. Literally. Shaping your ass, man. Shaping your goddamn ass. If your environment is big and heavy and ugly, you will be big, heavy, and ugly, man. You will look like goddamn Big Show, like Mark Henry or something, like Mr. Olympia, but without muscles, just pure fat mass type shit. If your mental environment is goddamn fucked up, you will look fucked up, man. With that being said, not talking too much about society, beauty standards. But anytime you see an ugly person, not ugly as in, oh, he doesn't have blue eyes, ugly as in weird facial expressions, ugly in things they can control. Goddamn unhygienic face, unhygienic hair. They look like they have 10,000 barnacles in their face. They look fat as fuck. Yeah, best believe they have a heavy ass, ugly ass environment. Mental inside of them. Keyword environment. Ment is Latin for mental. Man. Mentality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, boy knows about lingo. Yeah, boy. Man, my phone can't seem to stand still, man. Please stand still. Oh my fucking god. There we go, man. Finally. Mental as an environment. If you have an ugly ass environment in your mind and outside of you, you will look ugly, man. If you have like a Big Show environment, a goddamn fat ass environment, is heavy as fuck, it's stinking. You have mental thoughts which are stinking. You have like esoteric dragon's breath. You haven't brushed your esoteric mouthpiece in like 10,000 years. Of course your body will look deteriorated. Of course your physical life will look deteriorated. Because it's all about your mind, man. This is like the environment in its purest nature, your goddamn mind, man. And look at that shit, man. Look at that shit. My goddamn second phone broke, and now I have to decipher goddamn hieroglyphs. I have to read from that, man. What the fuck? I have to read from goddamn this, man. Look at that shit. What the fuck? Looks like somebody's retrograde mind, man. What the fuck is this, man? Holy Lord Jesus Christ. This is going to be one hell of a live stream, man. It's going to be one hell of a live stream, ladies and gentlemen. But your favorite fellow mellow got this, man. I got this, man. I got this, man. It's all about creating an environment. Knowing that, now before we even dive into that, it's all about creating an environment. What is an environment? It's not necessarily talking about your physical environment. It's more like a mental thing, your mental environment. Because this is where you dwell in. An environment is where you dwell in, where you're at home at, what you are surrounded by. And the first thing you're surrounded by is what? Before you see your ugliest in your physical environment, what are you surrounded by? Before you say, oh, I'm surrounded by my fat mama, I'm surrounded by 10,000 weird-ass predators who ass ever. You say that, what are you surrounded by? What's encapsulating you? What's swirling around you? What is it? Thoughts. In all seriousness, it's thoughts. It's thoughts which is like swirling around your space. That's your first environment. Not grandpa, grandma, grandpa, uncle, crackhead uncle, my drunk auntie, my fat ass girlfriend, my Bigfoot ass girl. Before even that, you are surrounded by your mind, by your thoughts and feelings in specific. Talking specifically about your thoughts and your feelings. And yeah, let me know if my audio quality is kind of muffled because my phone is like wrapped around a blanket. Yeah, see this? This is where I have to switch my phone on. So let me know if my audio quality is kind of muffy puffy and I will fix it. But before anybody has any complaints about quality, let's dive into the quantity and talk about my goddamn bullet points. Bullets? About my bullets? What? No! Please stand still. Please stand still. There we go. Good phone. Oh. It's all about your mental environment first, aka thoughts and feelings. It's a more accurate way to label them as an environment because this is something outside of you. If you say it's your thought and your feeling, it might lead to confusion into thinking this is me, this is what I am. But it's just what you're surrounded by. You're not saying I'm my environment. That shit doesn't even make any sense. I'm getting messages at the moment I make live streams, man. What the fuck? Okay, we're good. So yeah, what I was talking about, now I got knocked off my train of thought. Yeah. It leads to confusion if you don't say this is my environment, if you don't make a distinction between this is my environment and this is me. You don't go and say my uncle is me, my grandma is me, the house I'm in is me, my friend circle is me. You don't say that shit. You goddamn say this is my environment. This is what I'm surrounded by. You know, surrounded. This is what I'm surrounded by. It's not who I am. And the same thing applies to mental things, mental faculties. Thoughts and feelings is what you're surrounded by. It's what you're encapsulated in, what you swim in, if you will. It's like your room, your space, environment. And that is what's breeding, now we go into the next point, that is what's breeding your character, your environment. Talking about your mind right here, okay? Anytime I say environment from now on, I talk about your mind. I don't want to repeat myself 10,000 times. For the slow people in the back. Meep. We're not on the slow bus. We're on the fast bus. We're like on the fast riding bus, man. No more balls. We're not on the slow bus. Meep. And I'm the bus driver. And I drive really fast, man. So your environment is goddamn breeding your character. AKA what you're thinking, what thoughts you're associated with, what feelings you're surrounded by is what's breeding your character. Who you are, essentially. Because who you are is like the last step. First comes the thought and the feeling, could be interchangeable. First it can also be like first the feeling then the thought. First there's the thought and or a feeling. Then you like see if you agree with this or if you don't agree with this. And if you agree with that mentality, it becomes your character. Let's just say you're somebody who's interested in art. Before you're interested in arts like rapping or so making music, you had thoughts and feelings which are like, damn, I like music. Damn, I think I like music. Keyword, I think I like music. And you agree on these mentalities and now it becomes your character. It's who you are. And now you are somebody who's liking music. You get it? Now you are somebody who's into the field of making music. You name it. But first there's the thought and the feeling. AKA it's swirling in your space. It's swirling in your environment. And then you verbalize that shit. I meant to say you practicalize that shit as your character. You fuse thought and feeling together, and now it becomes like a capsule, a sphere, character. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot, man. He's like making this knowledge prominent and easy to understand. So I'm using his terminology. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot, man. All credits to Dolo the Pilot, man, aka the GOAT. Shout out to the GOAT, man. But now this is becoming your character. Your thought and your feeling is now your environment. And that shit becomes your character, who you are. And you have to create an environment. And the creating an environment part is mental first. You create a certain climate and temperature within. It's like creating a specific geographical location, you name it. I meant to say, you know what I'm saying? Not you name it. It's like creating a certain climate and temperature within. This is what the mental environment is. It's like a geographical location, you feel me? And that is giving birth to thoughts and feelings. It's like the space you're in. You're cultivating a certain space. And that space is giving birth, like a geographical location, to thoughts and feelings. But it's not geographical, it's mental. It's a mental location. You can call it a location. It's a mental location. It's like a space. And that space is giving birth to thoughts and feelings, which bend in and become your character, which are now who you are. AKA, you are somebody who's liking music. Before you make music, you think and feel about music. You like that shit. It's a thought. It's a feeling. Now it becomes your character, and now you can be seen as somebody who likes music. Get it? It's mental. It's not pseudo. It's not fucking fake. It's not fucking phony. And if you think this is phony, debate me. Debate me. I have regular open panels. Debate me. We can set up a one-on-one debate, and we can go right into the meat and bones. No homo postman. Ja, boy is always up to debate, man. I'm always up to debate, man. I like debates because I like to learn and I like to teach others. As much as I like to learn, I also like to learn from others. So if you have an intellect which is better than mine, I'm very much open to learn. I'm not in my ego. I'm not saying, but no. I'm not here to fight a fight which I can't win. If you have a superior intellect, I will learn from you. I'm not retarded. I'm not stupid. And I don't label myself as the end all and be all. You get it? I'm learning from everything and everybody. Not everybody, but as much as I can from people. Because not everybody is able to teach you something. You feel me? But let me drink some. Let me drink some. My throat is sore as hell. No homo pulse. Fluid like water, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, these things furthermore develop into who you are, like your mental environment and your character. They are I meant to say like only your mental environment. These things are developed into who you are furthermore. Now it's bringing over to like how your character is designed. You feel me? Your character is created out of your mental environment, I meant to say. Your character is like shaped out of your mental environment, aka your thoughts and feelings and the space you're in, which are even producing your thoughts and feelings. It's like building an inner geographical location which creates a species, aka your character. It's like, let's just take a look at Mongolia. Mongolia's geographical location is giving birth to certain species, animals, creatures, which are like exclusive to that geographical location. They strictly are derived out of Mongolia's geographical location. That shit can't be seen in Switzerland, in the Netherlands, because like in the Netherlands or like in the Switzerlands, the geographical location gives birth to different type of things. In Switzerland, there are a shit ton of mountains. The people look different. They have a different eye type. Their eyes are formed different. Their hair color is different. Their like way of speaking is different. Their tongue is different. Pause. Compared to Mongolia, because it's a geographical location thing. A specific space is giving birth to specific things, and that varies to each space. Each space is different, even physically speaking, beyond mental shit. Beyond physical shit as well. Each space is different. It's goddamn different. Mentally speaking, spiritually speaking, and physically speaking also. Because panda bears can only be produced in Asia. A panda could never be produced in the Amazon rainforest. You get it? Every environment is different. That's a physical correspondence. And big shout out to Dolo the Pilot, man, because I got this knowledge from him. Once again, big shout out. I'm not stealing shit. I'm not saying I invented this and I didn't. Shout him out, man. I'm not phony. I'm not the fraud. But this is like a mechanism in life. A different environment is breeding different things. The same shit applies to your thoughts because your thoughts are happening in an environment and in space inside of you. And that space, that inner geographical location, is giving birth to a different species. To a different species. Now we have your ass. Now we have your thoughts and feelings, your characteristics. And your characteristics are nowhere to be seen in any different person. Maybe similar, but not to the exact degree which you are embodying. You feel me? Because every space is different. My space cannot produce the same character as Michael Jackson's space. Michael Jackson's space cannot produce the same space as P. Diddy's space. You get it? It's like a different individual type of thing. Every space produces different things, ladies and gentlemen. And this is where your character is coming from, your space. And you have complete dominion over your space. Complete dominion over your thoughts and your feelings which are inside of your space. If you don't like that shit, switch your space. If you don't like thinking about how you getting fucked up tomorrow by your bully once again, switch your mind up. Switch your thoughts and feelings. Who is forcing you to create thoughts and feelings which are producing a character which is manifesting results of you being taken advantage of your dumb ass auntie who is now giving you goddamn slaps left and right? Who's forcing you to produce these outcomes? Nobody. It's your making. It's your making that you produce a character which manifests getting their ass beat by your auntie or something. But who is forcing you to create these results? Nobody. It's completely up to you. It's your shit. This is your space. My space type shit. This is your space. And your space can be changed. You can be in a different space. You can see this physically. You can be in a different space, in a different angle, different view. If you can't grasp what the term space or spirit means, just say a different perspective, a different view, a different space in life. Because a different space builds a different angle and a different view towards life. And you can change that shit. People who say you can't change your space, you can't change your spirit, they're fucking phony. Because you can change how you see things. I can change how I perceive, I don't know, muffins. I can change how I perceive muffins. Maybe I like muffins, but from this angle, I can train myself into disliking muffins by eating them too much. So I can change. My space has changed. And your mind can only change when your spiritual space is changing. You feel me? Also one correspondence to that shit. Your mind couldn't change if it wasn't for your spirit jumping into a different space. Because one space is breeding one mind. As I was saying, one space is breeding one mind. You might be in a retarded space. You might be in the esoteric New York Bronx or something. You might be in the esoteric gutter. Therefore, your mind is retarded. You might be in the esoteric slums. But that doesn't mean you have to be in the esoteric slums. I mean, move. Hire an esoteric moving company like somebody like me who's helping you move out that space. Get your ass away from the slums. Get your ass away from the Amazon rainforest. And now you live in downtown or something. Now you live in Dallas. Now you live in Texas. Now you live in Berlin. Now you live in Cologne. Now you live in goddamn Frankfurt or Dortmund. Or wherever the fuck. Now you somewhere different. But nobody's forcing you to live in one specific space. You can change, you can move. You can hire an esoteric moving company like somebody like me. I can help you guys move your space if you allow me to. Nobody is forcing you to be in a specific space. That's completely up to you. That's completely your responsibility. And that's completely your privilege. You feel me? Whoa, what the fuck? That's completely your privilege. Sweet shit, man. Sweet shit. Life is sweet. You can train yourself to be in that space in which you like cheesy 24/7. In which you like, life is sweet. You can train yourself to be in that space. You see, it's not some absolute thing. You don't have to be in the misery space. You don't have to be in the misery life's company. I'm retarded. I'm geeking. I'm tweaking space. You can be in a different space. Look at this special effect. I'm cold with it. Life may look like this in your space. Everything is trist. Everything's goddamn gray. Oh no. Life can be like this if you're in a trist space, in a gray space. But You can force yourself to be in a space like this. Oh, I'm high as fuck, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, ha, ooh. Or you can be like normal, clairvoyant, like goddamn normal. You name it. Life has different spaces. Life has different locations for me to travel to. You feel me? You don't need to be stuck to one specific POV, to one specific view, one different angle. Like I said in an unreleased song of mine, different angle, different views, different angle, different views, man. Man, this phone is killing me. Please stay in one spot, man. I will smack your ass if you don't stay in this spot, man. What the fuck? What the fuck? But now, let's dive into the goddamn advanced shit. As I'm giving out back shots. No, I'm just kidding. I'm cracking my back. I'm not giving out back shots. Your boy has like goddamn back pain because I slept like a goddamn fetus tonight. I slept like this tonight. I kid ya not. I woke up and I was in this position. So I have a back pain, man. My back is hurting. So don't like me doing weird ass gestures, weird ass poses like the back shot, yoga mantra pose. Don't mind me. I'm hurting. My back is goddamn hurting, man. Your boy is goddamn fucking flunked out today, man. What the fuck? Posture-wise, not mentally. So yeah, let's dive into the goddamn meat and bones, the number one top 1,000,000,000 points question of this live stream, man. So it's all about creating your environment. You know that, right? Knowing that, you gotta ask yourself the best thing right here of this whole live stream. This is the best part right here. Knowing that, you gotta ask yourself, I wasn't creating the environment my whole life. So who was creating my environment? I wasn't. My whole life, my mental environment, I wasn't conducting that shit. I was never creating that shit. So who was it? Who was it? Who was creating your environment your whole life? Since you wasn't it. Who was it? I give you 5 seconds to think. Multiple different right answers. Ta-da! Time is over. Family, media, but most importantly, the government! The goddamn government. AKA the feds, the rulers of your country. Because your mind is shaped by your environment, which is like conduced and produced, I meant to say, which is produced by media, television screens, your phone, YouTube shorts, TikTok reels, IG reels, memes, you name it, music, religion. But who is conducting that shit, which is ultimately crafting your mind? All of these instances, media, entertainment, religion, music, family members, who is creating their mind ultimately? The government! The goddamn feds, ladies and gentlemen. Because media has to be canonized. Canonized by who? Canonized by who? Who is canonizing media? Who is saying, yeah, this shit is official, put it on TikTok? Who? The goddamn country. Otherwise, you wouldn't see TV channels being founded by the state. In some states, you even have to pay taxes for the TV channels to even run. In certain states in Europe, you have to do that shit. This is telling you, media, which is ultimately crafting your mind, is fabricated and canonized by the goddamn government! Well, the goddamn government. So these motherfuckers are creating your mind. And how is your mind today? Beneficial? I don't think so. Are you rich yet? I don't think so. Beyond like fuck money. Are you lit yet in character? I don't think so. So are these instances, these group of government officials doing you any justice? No! And these were the motherfuckers who are creating your life, your mind the whole entire time. And they ain't doing you any justice. Ask yourself, who is creating your environment? It wasn't you. So who was it? It got shaped by my physical environment. But my physical environment got influenced by media and what's normal, aka society. And who is governing and manufacturing society? Do I need to explain myself any further? Do you see the misery going on in this world? There's a group of people manufacturing a physical environment which is meant to fuck up your mental environment. Because nobody is sound in the mind. You cannot tell me the physical environment everybody is in is conducive to any real shit. You cannot tell me that. So you have to go back to a specific group of people manufacturing a physical environment which is causing you demise eventually. These type of people are ruling your country, are controlling votes, sometimes even creating narratives, not even sometimes, always creating narratives on the news, TikTok, social media, inflating numbers, giving your life goal, crafting your life goal. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up. So ask yourself, who is creating your environment? Not you. It wasn't you. You was not creating your environment, hence you're mentally ill. So yeah. And how do you start to create your own environment? Ask yourself that. How do I start to create my own environment? Now you're on the right track. Now you're on the right track. Now you're back to God. Welcome home, baby. Now you're on the right spiritual track. Welcome home. You made it. Whoa, you made it. Now you're on the right track to build your environment. But how do you build that? Crafting your mind, crafting your thoughts. Be mindful about your thoughts and be aware of every damn instant, of every damn thing inside of you. Do I agree with this? Where is this shit coming from? Where is this agenda coming from? Is it really my dream to be this, or is this just made normal by society? Do I really want to go to college, or is this just normal by society? See? Critical thinking. Be aware. See everything. Zoom out and see the whole space. Don't be lost in the little details. Zoom out and see the whole space of what you're in. And that shit is crafted and manufactured by the goddamn government. You feel me? Be mindful. It's not easy to craft your mind. It's easier said than done, man. Because this is what's ruling the world, man. Influences. Environments are influences. Physically and mentally. And these influences are here to go against your own little influence. Because majority rules in this world. Majority rules. If everybody agrees on this is normal, everybody will go against you if you don't apply with that thing which is labeled normal. You feel me? It's a hard battle. It's a very hard battle to have your own mind, to have your own environment. It's not easy. But you have to do it. You're in his body. As a spirit, you have to do it. And don't follow some weird ass government officials who are crafting your environment. Because this is not leading you to anything. You're not taught in school how to be a true individual. You're taught some shit that they would like you to be like aware of. Because all of their purpose is to keep you confused, dazzled, and distressed, and in misery. You never learn real shit in your environment. You only learn bullshit in your environment. And your goddamn environment is authorized. At least the themes talked about in your environment are authorized. Because think, how is something made normal? People like to build conversations based on what's normal in society. And what is even normal? How is something made normal? Normal is if a sort of norms are pushed and everybody agrees on these norms. And that these norms, are only perceived through a TV screen, through media. So norms are pushed on media. And media is building the minds of people. And the minds of people are setting the theme in your environment. It all goes back to what's pushed in media. Because this is where people have their minds from. Media! Goddamn media! You know what I'm saying? This is everywhere in nowadays time. Fucking media, what's this? What the fuck? Whoa, I can start the goddamn poll in the middle of my live stream, but fuck that shit. Media has to be canonized, authorized. By who? Who is owning media? Some huge rich dude who has a shit ton of influence in your country. AKA the government. The government is just people with the biggest influence in your country. Who are like forming your country. And these people are forming your environment. And you have to be mindful. Do you like what they're pushing? You don't need to make this a part of your being. You don't need to make this what's real inside of you. Because this is what's becoming your character. What's inside of you. Your mental environment. And your mental environment is influenced by your physical environment. And your physical environment is produced by government officials. It all goes back to government officials. And therefore your character is also produced by government officials. And these people don't happen to be in your best interest. They don't. So your character won't be in your best interest. It will be in upholding somebody else's system. It will be in the interest in somebody else's favor. And I don't want you to be, I don't want myself to be at the mercy of somebody else's favor. I don't want that shit. I want to be me. I don't want to apply to religion. I don't like Plato's goddamn philosophy. I don't like science. I don't like being an atheist. I don't give a fuck about views, money, attention, blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck. I don't. So I'm not applying. So my character is formed in my image. Because my environment. You feel me? Good to go, man. So yeah, one thing also. These questions I was just proposing to you, like who's creating my space? Do I like my space? How do I create myself? These questions get you close to God, all possibilities, which is just infinite space. These questions get you back to God. God is just the overall space. Even in science, I have to use their dumbest terminology because this is what people are lost in. Even in science, they say space is infinite possibilities. Every possibility. You are because you're limited. You're limited in something. So this is what I'm calling God right here. Once again, huge shout out to Download Up Pilot Man, to Goldman, for making this popular, for making this easy to understand, man. Check them out, man. So yeah, these questions get you back in contact with your inner space, your piece of God, your space, with your inner piece of all possibilities, with your inner piece of now I can create myself in my liking. Now I can create myself in a certain image. You feel me? These questions get you back to pure and original space. Who's creating my space? Do I like my space? What should my space even look like? These questions pull you back to God, the overall space in which you can create something new, something better, something more expanded, something less limited. And yeah, also one thing I like to add on to this whole conversation. Life gets better when certain people ain't in your space anymore, ain't in your environment anymore. And now you can be free again. If certain people leave, now you can feel free again. Now you can feel alright again. You can finally take a breath of keyword fresh air in your mental environment. Because maybe somebody next to you has like the esoteric dragon's breath. Their breath may stink like goddamn bullshit. Esoterically speaking, you feel me? It's freeing to get rid of certain people because their breath, aka their thoughts and feelings, are smothering your space. Their breath, their air element, their communication, thinking, logic, their yapping sessions might pollute your own space. So it's freeing and good if certain people ain't around. This is what I have observed my own self. If certain people ain't around no more, I feel goddamn amazing. And one thing, my views are fake over here. They say I have 0 views, but somebody just left a comment. It's fake right here. That's not real. You can say all you want. This is just a YouTube bug. This ain't. YouTube is goddamn developed. For some strange reason, if I go to Chris Brown's live stream, there are no YouTube bugs. But if I dive into my channel, I have 0 views, but somebody's leaving a comment. How? How? Don't be not. Ah, my goddamn knee. My goddamn kneecap almost goddamn snapped in half, man. Aye. Goddamn kneecap almost snapped in half, man. What the fuck? I was like sitting on my knee and that shit almost crumbled. Oh, what the fuck? I almost turned into Steve Hawking live on camera. I'm retarded. I'm a living robot. I like children. I went to Jeffrey Epstein Island. I almost turned into goddamn Steve Hawking live on camera, man. What the fuck? Fuck Steve Hawking, man. I hope his ass is in hell, man. His stupid ass. I don't even think he's real. Once again, somebody left a comment and I still have 0 views. This is what people go crazy for. Fake views, fake numbers, fake lives, fake subscribers. So fuck y'all. Fuck everything, man. God damn, man. Fuck everything. Who gives a fuck? Who goddamn gives a fuck? But yeah, this has been pretty much everything of my script, so let me freestyle for a bit. You said they're discouraging us. It appears to be that way, but they ain't discouraging shit, man. I'm somebody who's fucked up in that, man. I'm a Leo. I like attention. I feel like I'm somebody of value if the government is trolling you or something. Or like if anybody's trolling me because you spent your time into my goddamn space. I'm fucked up in that. I feel good if somebody's trolling me. I feel good if somebody hates me. I feel good if somebody's flooding my comment with bullshit. Not talking about you. It's all counterproductive. You need to use somebody's morality against them. One big thing I need to talk about, beyond my topic. My topic is over, I'm just restarting. But this was like my live stream about environment, characters, and how your characters built and how your environment built. Now we're just restarting from here on. The lecture is over. And now we freestyle because I like to express myself. I like to make videos. I like to be mellow. I like to make live streams. If you didn't notice, I like to make live streams. So let me freestyle. I have the right to do what I want to do in my space, you see? You can do what the fuck you want to do in your space without having to justify what you're wanting to do. As long as you're not hurting somebody, as long as you're not stepping on somebody's toes, you're free to do what the fuck you want to do. You feel me? One thing I like to talk about. I don't want to make a separate video about this because this is it's not something worth making a video of. it would maybe turn out to a shot. But you need to. Do I need to teach this because this is my special trick? Fuck it. You need to use somebody's morality, logic, moral system, and way of argumenting against them. If somebody's doing something, do it back to them. It's justified because they're doing this to you. You have to use what they're doing against you, against them. Let's just say somebody has a moral system which consists of stealing, okay? Their moral system is based on stealing from you. Steal back from them because it's justified. Because they're stealing, you can steal. And they have no rights to complain. Damn, my house. Damn, my goddamn weed whacker. My goddamn kitchen stove. It's gone. Somebody stole it. Don't complain if you yourself steal. You get it? As long as you're using somebody's moral system against them, you're good to go, man. So fuck anybody who's doing something and you do something back and now they're tweaking. Beyond somebody personal, I'm not talking to anybody in specific. If y'all have some weird ass confusion in your mind, I'm just making teaching examples. I don't know, y'all. I don't. After I turn off this camera, I will do the next thing I like to do. Make some, spoiler alert, make some music! So I don't give a fuck about people online. Well, certain people I do give a fuck about. I do give a fuck about certain people online. Certain people contents I like. But, back to the lessons. Back to the lesson. Use somebody's moral system against them. If somebody does something, and you're doing it back to them, you're good to go. And that person has no rights to complain whatsoever, because that's your moral system. That's what you're pushing out to the universe. So if I'm doing this back, if you're stealing from me and I'm stealing back, fuck you. Fuck you. Goddamn fuck you. You have zero rights to complain if you're doing something and I'm doing it back to you. The hell you think this is? The hell do you think you are, man? Some sort of narcissist? If you're doing something and I'm doing it back, why are you tweaking? You must be spoiled or something. Your parents might spoil you. They might spoil your ass into thinking you can have your way and nobody else can do it back to you. Weird asses, man. What the fuck? And as I was saying, I'm not talking to anybody specific. This is just a character. This is just an energy. Based on what I've seen in my real life, in my past, growing up, unjust people in my real life, not talking to anybody online, man. Who gives a fuck about online? Because I'm making this example up based on a childhood friend of mine. When I was like 16, 17, 18, that dude was doing something, but actually all the way until I was 19, I know that dude. Which was like half a year ago. I'm 20. I'm freshly 20, man. You're watching a goddamn young man at work, man. You're watching a young man at work. So that person was always doing something, but when I was doing it back, when I was calling them out, yo, I don't like you that you're doing that shit, they was tweaking. Hence, I make up this example right here. You cannot do shit and expect me to not do shit back to you. You have to have a sense of morality, a sense of logic in your goddamn fucking head, man. If you have the audacity to like that person, to make it like specific, to like borrow money from me and not paying it back until I was calling you out, don't be surprised if I snatch your money and I'm not giving it back to you. I mean, you get what you deserve, and I don't feel bad about stealing your money then. You get it? It's like a moral system. I was like goddamn slapping his ass upside down, not his literal physical ass, pause. I was slapping his head upside down, man, one day eventually, because I'm a man. Other than that bullshit slap, man. If you borrow something, it's something you will give it back. And if you don't give it back, I will take it back. It's as simple as that, man. So I had to slap dude upside down, man, with like my left hand, left, right, on some Kabbalah Tree of Life combo. Left, right. So yeah, you cannot do shit and you can't get mad if somebody does that shit back to you. Because who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You are not entitled to shit. If somebody is doing something, you can't be mad that they're doing something back to you. You cannot expect shit and be like, it's cool when you do it and it's a problem when somebody else is doing it to you. It's like you have to be either an only child or you have to be like extremely narcissistic based on insecurity. If you think you can do something, but somebody else can do it back to you. At that point, you're just fucking retarded. You're in your goddamn feelings and you can't read the room. You cannot go outside your own bias. You cannot go outside your moral system. If you think you can do something, but if somebody else does it back to you, you start to tweak. That's narcissism. That's egotism. Somebody like that probably has no fire in their chart, like no Leo or some specific, no Leo or Aries. Because Leo and Aries are like the sun energies. Somebody with no Leo or Aries energy is like somebody who has like a cringy ass character if they're doing it wrong. Not everybody, but like lower octave manifestations. If you like sun energy in your chart, that is Leo or like Aries or fire in general, Sagittarius included, you tend to lack character. And now you're like deficient in the character aspect. You think like you can get away with some narcissistic bullshit. You think you're cool, but you're corny. I've seen this all my life, man. I've seen this all my life, man, with people who like fire in their chart, especially Leo or Aries. Lower octave Leos, I meant to say lower octave individuals who like retarded. Lower octave individuals who like Leo and Aries have a phony ass character. They have a phony ass character. Because don't let them see an actual Leo. Don't let them see an actual Aries, because they will copy that actual Leo. They will copy that actual Aries because they have character deficiencies. I made a video once or live stream which is called character deficiencies. And this is like the state of the world, man. Character deficiencies. Which is like damn near not a thing for a Leo or an Aries. Character deficiency. A Leo and an Aries always know how they look because they have sun energy, especially Aries. Aries is even better than Leo at this because the sun is exalted. And Aries are just more mature than Leos in general because Leos are like kinda, they tend to be kinda childish and immature, but Aries is like mature. Damn near the most mature sign. It could be the most mature sign. It would be highly possible. I think it is, because it comes first. And I've seen this from Aries in my real life. Even though there wasn't shit like in the mind, they still had some good qualities of leading something, of initiating something. They might be retarded, they might be like fucking stupid, but somewhere deep down the line, damn near every Aries I met was able to initiate something nobody else could. As far as like getting bitches, even though they might look crooked as fuck, they had no hairline, they had no goddamn muscles or some, the Aries was still able to pull it off. Because it's like a superpower Aries have. But that's a different story. It's like damn near impossible for a Leo and an Aries to lack character deficiencies. Because you know how you're seen and what consequences your actions will have. But people who lack characteristically good energies beyond astrology, they don't know how they're seen. They think they can do something, but if they get like the repercussions, now they start to tweak and they get in some sort of ego, some sort of entitlement. Man, get your ass away from me, man. Shut your ass up, man. You might be an only child. You might have no friends growing up, or you might have a weak ass friend group growing up. What the fuck? A weak ass environment in general. It's crazy out here. It's goddamn crazy out here. Adam, yes sir. Yeah, no, sometimes you have to beat somebody's ass, man. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Don't shy away from beating somebody's ass, man. Sometimes you have to. If there's no other option. And sometimes there is no other options because people don't like to listen. People are like fucking retarded. Hold on a sec. Let me get right. Hey, my connection's good today, man, yeah? Isn't it? My connection's good today. No internet problems, man. Oh. Yes, sir. Okay, that'd be good. That was good. That was goddamn holy, man. That was fucking amazing. Hey, my candle. My goddamn candle. Don't play with fire, but I can play with fire. This is not physical fire. This is like electricity. Man, fuck you, man. Bullshit as candle. but anyways, man. Characteristically deficient people are everywhere in life. Especially online. But fuck online. Who gives a fuck about online? You shouldn't even make online important. I'm just making my videos, creating my art. And that's it. And I like people who I like to watch. And that's it. If you make online important, you're like made up. You're like fake. You're like making something real which ain't real. Which furthermore goes back to characteristically deficient motherfuckers. So Jay. It's very important to watch your space in this motherfucker. It's important to see what you're associated with inside of you before you peep your actual physical associations. Because your physical associations stem from your mental space. They stem from what you associated yourself with, mentally speaking. You get it? It really goes never beyond who you are in life. Who you are in life is the end all and be all. You cannot be bullshit and produce good results. And you cannot be good and produce bullshit results. It doesn't work that way. It is what it is. It just is what it is. Hold on a sec. There we go. It is what it is in life. And you cannot necessarily fake the funk. If you're good, then you're good. If you ain't, you ain't. And you cannot copy other people and saying, but it worked for him, it works for it worked for her, now I'm stealing his characteristics, and now you act a certain way. Let's just say you meet somebody who's good at throwing good shots in basketball from a long range. It might not work from you. You might have to use a different technique in basketball because everybody is different. You cannot use somebody's technique. Everybody's different. You have to use your own technique. And you cannot say, okay, this character is popular. I'm retarded, but I can't speak today. This character is popular on the internet. Now I can come in that image. Now I can be like, okay, I need to talk like that too. Okay, he's like slurring and derogatory. Now I'm talking in that character, which is not coming from you. Once again, this all goes back to the space you're in. It goes back to the mentality you're in, ladies and gentlemen. Check out my beginning intro. I was breaking it down in the beginning, but I'm bringing this up once again for everybody. It's all about what mental space you're in. Because a mental space is like a geographical location, physically speaking, just in the mental aspect. And a specific geographical location is producing a specific species. AKA your mind is producing you. Your mind is an environment. It's like the land. And that land is producing a specific species. And your land cannot produce a species which derived out of a different water. AKA in a physical example, panda bears are only able to be produced in Asia. A panda bear cannot be produced in goddamn the Amazon rainforest. If a bear in the Amazon rainforest was like, I'm a panda bear, that panda bear would be like looked at phony. With that bear would look like, damn, you're phony. You're something you're not. All I'm saying is, you cannot be something which is not produced in your space. What's in your space is you, and you have to stay true to that. And if you don't like what's in your space, if you don't like what's produced in your space, switch your space. Nobody is forcing you to be in one specific space. You can switch your space. Ain't nobody is forcing you to be in one specific mannerism, and one specific characteristic, which is giving birth to your character essentially. With that being said, what's stopping you? Why are you copying people? People are the way they are because of their space. Their space was giving birth to them. It was previewed to their specific geographical mental location. And you cannot copy somebody. You are not in their space. I am not in Michael Jordan's space. So if I play basketball differently. I'm not in somebody else's spiritual space. So I make spiritual videos differently. And I can't produce the same character as somebody else. Because that would be phony. This is like wearing a mask. Almost like idol worship. You being fanned out by somebody on the internet and now you see their flow. You see their way of talking. You see their talking points. To the point. It's goddamn phony. And you can't do that shit. It's fucking retarded, man. Your inner space is not the same as Michael Jordan. So you play basketball differently. You cannot dunk. Maybe you have to shoot from a different kind of line. From a different kind of space. Maybe you can't be a point guard. You need to be a defender. But now we have people who are like, I don't want to be a defender. I want to be a point guard. Even though they're made to be a defender. And now you have a bad point guard. You see how weird this is? You see how illogical and how flawed this is? You can apply this to anything because this is what life is. You see somebody adapting Kai Cenat's character. Now he's cracking Kai Cenat's joke in real life. You see somebody creating, I don't know, stealing Michael Jackson's flow. Now he's trying to remake a Michael Jackson song. It's everywhere. Everywhere. Beyond online. You feel me? Shout out to Tunnel. You said facts. That's a damned nation. A bastard nation. A goddamn riot nation with no ruler inside of it. AKA you, the ruler of your space, the ruler of your nation. You don't have any order. You have a bad mental government. You feel me? It's like you have mental anarchy, mental chaos. Now your thoughts are running around crazy and you produce crazy results. Hence, the world is chaotic. Even physical governments are chaotic. Because government officials themselves have a weird-ass mentality. It never goes beyond your inner geographical location. And you have to shoot to the waters you're coming from. You cannot take a bath into a different river. Maybe you can't stand that pH level of water, metaphorically speaking. Maybe that water you're swimming in is not giving you proper nutrition, and you get sick from these waters. You have to stay true to the river, mentally speaking, to your own mental flow, your own blood flow, thoughts and feelings wise you came from. And copying somebody only goes so far. Copying somebody, the most you can do is attract the audience of the person you're copying in a way lesser way. You like a lesser version of the person you're copying. Once again, imagine I copy Michael Jackson. I could only be a worse Michael Jackson, and I could never be the best mellow possible. I could only be a bad Michael Jackson copy. And that's like a compromise which is not worth it at all. You feel me? And the root of it all is laziness. Laziness and the lack of responsibility to have proper agriculture, to proper plant your seeds properly, to nurture the land properly, to give in good waters to your mental soil properly. You feel me? It all goes back to that essentially. You being a lazy gardener, you being unresponsible. Either that or you just borderline insecure because you don't like who you are and you haven't done enough shadow work to look into the mirror and be like, damn, this is me. This is who I am. And I will stay true to that motherfucker, regardless on how I look and regardless on who's talking shit towards me. Also, a thing is people are like geeked of the accumulations certain characters have. Imagine, let's just stick to celebrity examples because this is like the most prominent manifestation of like stealing characters. Celebrities are like the most stolen characters, and not to credit the celebrities. Celebrities also have a character which is assigned to them by like their puppet masters. Whole different story. But for the sake of simplicity, everybody steals a celebrity's character because they like to have what that character is producing. Everybody sounds like Yeet on SoundCloud because they like what Yeet is producing. Having shit ton of money, a shit ton of attention on TikTok, everybody bumping your tracks. They don't like Yeet's music. They like what Yeet music is producing, aka the fruits. And you cannot build a tree just for the sake of having a fruit. Before you build or like plant a tree, there are branches, there's like pieces of wood, winters, summers, springs without fruits, and you have to endure until the fruit is coming. You cannot plant fruits for the sake of, okay, you cannot plant seeds for the sake of wanting fruit immediately. It doesn't work that way. Hence, you cannot stay a character for the sake of wanting the accumulations that character is bringing in your life. It doesn't work that way. All you will do is you look phony, you look weird, people side-eyeing you, people won't feeling your message, and it never further than and then it never goes further than that, man. It never go no further than that, it never go no further than that, it doesn't go no further than that, man. It doesn't go no further than that, man. You can be inspired by people, you can pick up certain influences and make them a little bit a part of your own, but don't borderline steal something. It's like making music. Making music is a good way of like making this easy to understand for everybody. Because in my mind are like deep spiritual concepts, like Sagittarian concepts. I think in terms which are not even able to be verbalized. So I have to, in a way, dumb myself down to explain what I want to explain in the form of making examples of. It's like making music. You can be inspired by your favorite rapper. AKA you can like have one Michael Jackson line, but you cannot make your whole song like Thriller. You can have one line out of Thriller, but you cannot make your whole song sound like Thriller. You can be inspired by people. The moral is, you can be inspired by people, but you cannot make your whole personality based on somebody who already has a personality. You get it? That's fraud. That's stupid. That's retarded, man. You cannot do that shit, man. And once again, this is character deficiency to the highest degree. Character deficiency to the highest degree. Because some true character would able to see how they're seen. It's only a fool who cannot think in the sense of morality, who cannot zoom out and see how others are perceiving them. Only those people are like goddamn stealing shit. They are the types of people who cannot be about the consequences their actions have. Watch my last live stream. I was breaking it down how people lack morality and they cannot see where things are leading to. It's just the same as this right here. To be honest, all of this is just the fruit of an insecure person. Man, somebody's texting me. Please don't text me. I don't give a fuck about you eating pizza right now. What the fuck? Do not disturb comes in handy sometimes. Do not disturb my ass, man. I don't give a fuck about you eating pizza right now. What the fuck? But all of this, what I was talking about, is like rooted in the lens of you having an insecurity. Because you don't feel strong enough. You don't have the balls. You don't have the courage. You don't have the strength. You don't have the iron, the inner Mars, or like the inner sun. You don't have strength, courage, and passion, individuality, and character to be your own self. This is why I was saying, never in my whole life I've met an Aries or like a Leo, especially Aries, and also good and aware Leos who had character deficiencies. Because this is what you're naturally ruled by. Aries, naturally ruled by strength, courage, determination, passion, and an exalted sun. Leo, naturally ruled by strength as well, courage, tenacity, expressiveness, sunshine, charisma, aura, and an exalted Neptune. Belief about that. Faith about that. Aries and Leo could never do what I was talking about. Copying somebody and be like straight with that shit. You can slide in Aquariuses too. Because Aquarius are like slick Leos in this more experimental and more like strategic with their character. So like Aquarius, Leos, and Aries never have this problem of lacking individuality, character, belief about themselves, strength about themselves, uniqueness about themselves, to the point mentality probably someone. You barely meet an Aquarius who's saying I need to copy somebody because he likes to be unique. He likes to be like smart, individual. He likes to be the ruler of the crowd. You feel me? He likes to be the manufacturer of the whole pack. You never meet an Aries who's like, damn, I need to copy somebody. And this applies for the higher octave signs. You never meet an Aries, Sun through Ascendant, maybe even Mars, who's like, damn, I need to copy somebody. Because an Aries would rather off themselves to copy someone. Aries is self-explanatory. These are like the individuals. They can't but to develop their own passion. They can't develop their own, what do I think of this? What is my I am about this? And Leo, you never meet a Leo who's like, damn, I need to see this character. Because Leo likes to have sunshine. And Leo understands sunshine and charisma. Charisma is not developed in phony natures. And stealing somebody's character is a phony nature. Hence, a Leo would never steal somebody's character. And they have enough faith and belief and like strength through the exalted Neptune. They have so much faith and belief about their character, about their sun, to the point they go all the way with their character. Hence, you meet every Leo being a goddamn beautiful person. Sun through ascendant. Especially suns and ascendants. Because ascendant, the sun is like exalted in the first house, and sun, Leo rules the sun. So Leo, suns, and ascendants know what I'm talking about. Moons, it gets kinda iffy. I gotta know what they are doing in the first place. To your point of knowing the environment. Real shit. Because it never goes beyond your point of what you like to do. It's never about you, it's all about your intention. To your point of knowing your environment. Yeah, you cannot know your environment if you don't even know yourself in the first place and what your intention is. You cannot go beyond yourself. Your environment will like goddamn bitch slap you left and right like Chris Brown did Rihanna if you don't know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you will be lost in an environment which is attracting people who support you being lost into yourself even furthermore. You feel me? Hold on a second. I need to drink some. My throat is goddamn sore once again. And Matona Vision reminds me of my live stream yesterday. Because you gotta know the point of why, of what they're doing in the first place. Keyword in the first place. You're like a goddamn Aries, so you do this by default. In the first place. It's somebody's intention. And if you cannot see somebody's intention, you can't peep their morality. Because intention and morality is like rooted. Like Sagittarius and Aries. Beyond you being a Sag and an Aries and like a Leo ascendant. It's like no pun intended. It's like I almost summoned you. Not almost, like damn near this is your theme. You need to peep somebody's first intention. Because if you don't, you will never get the whole picture of them. You will never get the whole perspective of them. And yeah, watch my last live stream for more content. I don't want to talk like 10,000 hours about something I've already talked about. You feel me? I don't want to spin my goddamn arrow and talk about something I've already shot for. Beyond me being a Sage Moon. I wanna like save my arrows for like things I want to shoot for new things I like to shoot for. So let me save my arrows. Let me save I got that ammunition for new things to shoot for, okay? I'm a Sage man. I'm tired of repeating myself. I'm not the Virgo, so I don't like to repeat myself, okay? I just don't like to repeat myself. That's like gruesome for a Sage if you have to redo shit. It's like the worst things of my life is when I have to redo something. Like I was doing a song, but I was like not saving my progress. Like damn, now I have to record everything again because this is what's killing your freshness. This is what's killing your inspiration if you have to redo shit. And that's not what a Sage likes to do, man. What the fuck? We don't like redoing shit, man. We just fucking don't, man. Just leave. Miss me with that bullshit. This is why you never see a Sage being some sort of producer or like manager. We don't like to do shit over and over and over and over again, man. Leave us alone. That's like a trauma, man. You get it? God damn, man. Just leave that shit for somebody else, man. For somebody who likes to do that shit. Oh, I cracked my back so hard, man. No homo boss. I cracked my back so. Whose message is held for review? Why is there like filtering messages when somebody is saying shit? Is this kindergarten or some? What the fuck? What should mean another moderator just handled this? I'm the only moderator inside of this room. Man, YouTube is acting phony, man. Yeah, government officials are acting phony, man. I'm not saying the government just did that, but I'm just speaking in general. YouTube is fucking phony. But, oh, big keyword talking about the government. Everything I just said is polluted by the goddamn government because they are creating your character. They are even promoting shit like stealing because this is like the Abrahamic religion, washi hu way. Stealing shit. You go to somebody else's system and you steal shit. Beyond, it started there, but beyond, they was like ripping shit from other nations through invading and conquest. Beyond conquesting and like fucking up other nations. It started there, but that shit is still going on. They see people and they steal from it. Now they're children, aka just regular citizens, which are children of the government because the government is controlling their mind. Now these children act accordingly. Steal other people's character because this is what your goddamn father, the government is pushing you to do. Steal somebody else's character. Participate in a trend. Be normal. Be conducive to the environment. Go to college. Go to college. Go to college, yeah. Because the government is like getting you high into being normal. And now you feel like this once you're normal. Yeah, everybody's accepting me. Bet, I made it. Mom, look at my degree. Mom, I have a bachelor degree. You're making people high as fuck of being normal. And who wants to be normal? Nobody with a true character likes to be normal. You only like to be normal if you don't have any individual courage inside of you. Hence you steal other people's things. Even proclaimed spiritual individuals, they are stealing somebody else's talking points because they feel insufficient to have their goddamn own talking points. He said backshot degree. Goddamn backshot degrees are like everywhere. Like everybody has like a PhD on receiving backshots, man. Backshots is like a degree you don't have to pay for. Yeah, they're giving this for you for free, man. You don't have to pay 10,000 euros of like going to college to receive some backshots. They're doing it for free, man. Just open your mouth, open your asshole, and you will receive George Washington's backshot, man. You feel me? This all goes being goddamn weak in the heart, weak in the character, weak in the mind, lacking iron, lacking Mars, lacking the sun, and lacking Mars. You feel me? Because these are masculine qualities to drop your balls, to drop your nuts, man. You feel me? Vitamin D type shit. The sun is producing what? Vitamin D! Do I have to explain any further? The sun is producing vitamin D. Vitamin dick. Vitamin having courage. It's like a phallic religion. They say the sun is producing vitamin D. And what is vitamin D doing to your body? Giving you courage. Boosting you up. Getting your system high. So vitamin D coming from the sun is just vitamin dick coming from the sun. AKA you developing courage to do something. You developing courage to act. They say if you're like insufficient and if you have a lacking for vitamin D, You feel sluggish, you feel fatigued, you feel like, wow, I don't want to do shit, like moody. Because you lack vitamin D, vitamin dropping your body, which is linked to the sun. Beyond the physical sun producing vitamin D. That's like an allegory, a phallic religion allegory. Be in the sun to receive D. Oh, get your D. This is like saying, be in our light to receive the strength to act. But in whose light? Sorry. In whose sun are you sucking into your influences? Whose sun are you bathing in? The Masonic sun. My sun. Keep it my sun. Mason. My son. Mama's son. You're receiving the Mason sun, which is their business, entertainment, religion, politics. Politics, bro. I need to take a breather. I'm exhausted. Let me open my goddamn. You're receiving their vitamin D, their influences, and now you're motivated to take actions which are like GMO. You're receiving their lights, and their lights is bullshit. Their lights are motivating you to copy somebody, to be mad about something you have no business being mad about, to being like a goddamn. I was saying this is what their sun is producing. Goddamn retard. I have to close my door. Every time my door is open, the goddamn connection is fluky mooky. It's like my Wi-Fi is leaving my room or something when I open my door. But anyways, I think that's everything. Don't listen to the fucking government, aka religion, entertainment, business, politics, what you see on TikTok, what you see on social media. Question everything. Because the values your environment is giving you are some bullshit ass values. It doesn't go further than that, man. These values are pushing you to be like a goddamn retard sitting on your ass doing this all day. Their values, aka the environment you up under, which is produced by the goddamn, is producing you to do this all day. Wasting your goddamn life on the goddamn phone screen. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to be geeking like that. I don't want to be tweaking like that. This bullshit ass app right here is destroying everybody's life. This bullshit ass app right here. People are doing this the whole day. Stupid asses. Dad, what did you do when you was 20 years old? I was scrolling TikTok. I was watching Brainrot. I was watching Brainrot. I was playing Fortnite. Children, I had a blast. When I was 20 years old, I watched Kai Cenat and I donated 20 euros to him so he could say my name in the chat. Yeah, right. Yeah, right, man. This is who's in the algorithm. This is who's canonized. And who is canonizing people? Who? Who is canonizing shit? Who is canonizing shit? Who is canonizing shit? It's not me. It's not your daddy. It's not mama. It's not the masses. People who are canonizing shit run the goddamn country. Because media is what's shaping the mind of the country. You don't get your mind shaped by somebody knocking on your door and saying, yo, these are the new beauty standards. These are the new entertainment standards. There is no messenger of a goddamn Mason knocking on your door. Knock, knock, new agendas. You see these agendas on your phone screen. You see these agendas on TikTok. And who's controlling them? The goddamn government. To the point, they spy on people. They collect data from content creators who have a different train of thought. Because that train of thought needs to be studied. To be like developed in intellect too. So you can trap him in the magic square once again. In a slick way. Because the government is built based on manipulation. Did the president have a charismatic speech? Which is like, damn, I need to vote for him. I don't think are based on terror and fear-mongering. Economy going down, vote for me. Oh my god, if you don't want World War 10,000 to happen, vote for me. It's not some charismatic shit. It's not somebody like me who's saying, if I'm the president, I will fix your mental issues. I will free y'all from your 9-to-5s. I will make y'all have a nice mind. Some bullshit. Some shit like, if you vote for me, will prevent that our country will be blown up. See, it's like fear-mongering. It's keeping you in a very root chakra type of mind state. Fighting for your life. Fighting for your life. Fighting for your life like shit, you know? Fighting for survival. And that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's goddamn bullshit. That's bullshit. Like my uncle always likes to say, that's bullshit. That's goddamn bullshit. Shut him up. Like my crazy uncle always likes to say, that's bullshit, man. That's fucking bullshit. And that's fucking bullshit. Shut to my uncle, man. It's Aquarius ass, man. It's goddamn Aquarius ass, man. All of my friends are either Aquariuses or Aries. No in between, man. Either Aquarius or Aries. And certain cancers. Yeah, Aquarius or Aries, man. These are like has been my closest male homies. Aquarius or Aries. Either like a Aquarius moon, Aquarius sun, Aries moon. I knew a lot of Aries moons. Sometimes even any Cancer homies I had, but the friendship wasn't like close. Like as far as homies, my homies always have been like Aquarius sun or moons, Aries sun or moons. These were like my brothers, my homies, people I could do with, and the Scorpio. Oh my god, and the Scorpio. Like the Martians and the Aquarians. These were like my homies, man. Shout out to the Martians and the Aquarians. Some Capricorns too. I was cool with certain Capricorns too, man. Shout out to the Martians. Leos, I'm like the only Leo I've ever met in my life who I had contact with. Of course I saw other Leos, but I never really had friendship with other Leos. I'm the only Leo sun I've ever seen in my life who I had like a connection to. As ridiculous as it sounds, man. I know a Leo moon girl once, but there was no dude. I was close to her. Not romantic shit though. We was close, but not on some romantic shit. Snapchat! Yellow, purple snaps! Sorry, I got possessed by my Scorpio South Note. Do I still have a number? No, fuck. I need to see where she at, man, because she was kinda bad. But anyways, let me get out of my funk, man. The government is actually spying on people who are like content creators. Who is calling me? Oh shit, my father's calling me, man. I think he needs me. With that being said, I think I will head out and go to my goddamn father because he needs me, man. My father needs me, man. We need to build up a goddamn table. His Capricorn ass always got me fixing shit, man. He always say, come on, we fix this, come on, we build up this. Everybody, I think I will head out, y'all. Peace out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Hold on, he said Scorpio took over looking for some purpose steps. Not only looking, but also receiving, man. Also receiving. With that being said, I will go see some more purple snaps, I hope so. And I will build up a goddamn table with my Capricorn father. Peace out to everybody, and fuck the government. Fuck the government. Government, fuck you.